Welcome back to the shop, my friends. So it's another Thursday, so another tool review Thursday. So we are going to go over today the Craftsman grip open box ends. All right, so here's what they look like. Get you up close. They have a little lever here, and if you can see, I'll try to hold it really still so you can see what's going on. That little thing right there pushes in to grab a hold of stuff. All right, and then on this end, they have a little notch in them. So this is supposed to be to where you can put it on a 9/16 bolt or a 14 bolt. So it'll anything in between. It's kind of at a little bit of an angle to it, so that you can get it on bolts that are different sizes. So I'm really liking what Craftsman's doing, even though, like I said in the last video, I don't like the quality of their tools, the way they feel. But I am liking what they're trying to do here, and they're trying to make it to where you can have basically the things we had last week, the little sockets. You could have a set of the sockets, and you could have a set of these here wrenches, and basically have two tools to do everything. That would be a small kit to throw around for doing regular maintenance on stuff. Like if you just needed to go work on something, you don't have to fight with trying to find the exact right fit up. You can use these to get the job done. I'm not saying it's the best tool for the job, but I think you can get the job done. So what we did today was basically kind of what we did last time. We're only going to use this time. And what I done was I put a nut on this here bolt. This is a 9/16 head bolt. So it has, I took and ground off the corners randomly. I'm talking like I rounded some of it over, and as you can tell, it's at a little bit of a wedge. I basically tried to make this difficult for the tool. So it's kind of, it's not a common size now. It's like an in-between size. And that's where these tools really shine. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn you down here to the bench, try to get a close-up of it, and show you how these tools work. And I've tightened this pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll lock the nut in here and go ahead and get something and put a really good torque on the bolt, so we can give it a good chance for failure. We're trying to make these tools fail. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. Here, let's turn you down here. So like I said, we're trying to make these tools fail to where so we know what the capabilities are of this thing. So we're going to put a little bit of torque on this thing. Let me get another wrench, and we'll use a cheater bar. And I'm sure that somebody showed you on the web how to use a cheater bar using these. Let me back up and I'll just show you quick. Don't have to be that in depth, but I'll just show you. So if you have a wrench you can't get a lot of torque on, just get the next size up, hook it into the tooth, and that gives you an extra lever that you can pull on, and it's not going to come out. So now we got her pretty tight. Yeah, we got her pretty tight. Well, we know, I don't know what foot-pounds we're actually set on, but let's just back it off a little bit and see what we're set at. Okay, we got about 60 foot-pounds on there right now. Otherwise, it's going to roll, or it's going to round the bolt off. All right. So we got it pretty much the best we're going to get it there without breaking something. So we know what kind of foot-pounds we got on this thing. So now let's get this tool. Let's zoom you back in. There we go. Let it clear up. Well, I'm gonna have to back out a little bit. All right, here we go. So we have the 9/16 14 one right here, and you can see how this thing works is you stick it on here, and it's at the widest point. So as you can see, there's a lot of slop. So if you try to put a lot of torque on that, it would round that nut over. So you just take and put a little bit of pressure on that, and then it'll take the slop out. So now it's tight. So let's see about backing this nut off. Let me get get something really long so we can put some torque on it. Alright, what I did was I got, basically like I just showed you, I got a 13/16, and I'm going to stick it box in. I'm going to stick the box in over the wrench itself, just like we just showed you, kind of like this, so I can get a lot more torque on it. Alright, so let's give it a turn. Once it breaks loose, it seems to bring it right off. Alright, so now let's go ahead and try tightening it using that same method, and we're just going to torque on it until something breaks, I guess, or it goes all the way down. Alright, so now we're back down against the shoulder. This is a shoulder bolt, by the way, so it's not threaded all the way up to the head. It's a shoulder bolt. So we're basically going over the shoulder. It's what the torque's coming from. Alright, so we got her tight against it. And as you can see, there's no slop hardly. I mean, there's a little bit, but that's from the misground corner. Alright, so let's just start tightening. I'll back y'all up so y'all can see how much I'm actually putting out on this thing. Alright, just so y'all see, now we're just going to zoom down so y'all can see this tool in action here. I'm trying not to get in the way of the frame. Right now I'm just trying to test this tooth to see just how strong the tooth is on this tool. Alright, so we freed up. So what I think we have done is just like on the last video, we basically took the threads off of the nut because now we're just free spinning. And it's still tight. It hasn't loosened off any. So now to get it off, you just take something, because it has tightened up on it, remember. Alright, I can't get it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little hammer, and we are going to tap this lever to the side. There we go. A little bit of a tap. Come right off. Let's back up here. And as you can see, it's got the little normal, so you can get in there and get to the gears. Still works freely. Nothing's messed up. The bolt, like I said, it's a shoulder bolt, if y'all remember. Well, that's how much we went down on that shoulder. It should have stopped way up there. Let's get them lined up together. Should have stopped way up there, but it went down past that shoulder. Like I said, I think these tools are more geared towards the mechanic that really doesn't want to have a whole bunch of tools to carry out to a job. That's what it's designed for, I believe, because these are more of a, I'm just putting up my tools so we can talk about it. So these tools, I believe, are geared more towards the guy that wants to go out and work on something. He's wanting to go out to his car, he's wanting to go out and just put his hands on something and actually, you know, change an oil in a car or something like that, and he don't want to carry a big tool set. He don't want to carry a whole bunch of stuff. All he wants to do is go out there and do the job he has to do quick. So what happens is you could basically grab this handful of tools, this and that. That's it. You can get you a little bitty, like a zip bag of some sort, a small little leather bag. Put that in there, just that, and do just about any job as far as basic mechanicking or basic work on things. Like if you need to go work on your lawnmower or something like that, or something, you know, you got a Chinese made lawnmower and you don't know if it's metric, it's standard, you don't want to carry the full sets out, you can grab this set right here, what we went over the last 2 weeks, and you could do just about anything you wanted. The only thing I added to that is a basic ratchet, and you could grab you an extension because you're probably going to need that. You always need an extension. So with this set of tools right here, you could be set up to go out there and do a job. And I forgot to tell you how much I paid for these. These were, I think he said $16.99 for this set of these box end wrenches. So basically what I'm telling you is, if you're wanting a set of tools that can do metric or standard, work on rounded off bolts, not rounded off bolts, so you can work on mismatched sizes, something that's been wore down from rust or something like that, this set, these two sets right here, will do the job. And it'll make it a whole lot easier for you to get out there and work on it. So that's pretty much the video for as far as testing tools today. We will go ahead and end this one right here, and be looking forward to next week. I think next week I bought I went to O'Reilly, sneak peek for next week, and I needed a new breakover bar, because you remember the last video, it was a little side to side sway, and I went and found this Titan breakover bar. So we'll be messing with this next week, and we're going to get some big bolts. I think we're going to try to find us something that has like a 1-inch head or something like that on it. We're going to use this to put some real torque on it. But what I like about this thing, we need to save that for the next video, don't we? Stay tuned for this. It's a ratcheting breakover bar. So that should be interesting to put some torque on this thing. So next week, tune in. We'll do something with that. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends if they're interested in buying a set of wrenches. If they're asking you about wrenches, what kind of wrenches, refer them to this video, the last 2 videos, and let them just see what these Craftsmans are capable of. Because like I said, we've put some serious torque on these things. As far as what I would consider, we had 50 foot-pounds on that bolt. I don't even know how many foot-pounds we had on that last one, because I didn't think to put a torque wrench on it. I thought about it as I was editing the video. So we could have seen how much torque these could take. And I might revisit this. If y'all want me to, comment down below if y'all want me to revisit that with a torque wrench and some bigger bolts. If y'all want me to go buy some bigger bolts and we'll just clamp them in the jaws, I'll mill 2 flats on them, that way that they're held tight, and we'll put torque on them and see if we can break them. So other than that, please like and subscribe and refer your friends over. Have a great day.